Driving in North America is very different than driving in Japan. Not only are we on the opposite sides, the steering wheel is on the opposite side too, but the attitude of the average driver is very different.
Yes.
A few things being in the US, everyone's out to protect their own space.
Yeah.
And everyone wants to be first. And nobody wants to let you go in front of them. Everyone wants to get there as fast as possible. Everybody hates traffic. Everyone will let you know if you're doing something wrong by honking at you.
Yes.
I feel like the list goes on and on, but comparing to Japan, it's almost the complete opposite.
Sometimes it feels like that. I mean, sometimes being all the time, it feels like that.
There's not much road rage. People let you in front of them.
Yeah.
This is
they give you space.
They give you space. They say, oh, come on in, no problem. Right. Like, it really baffles me, blows my mind to see how nice people are in Japan when they're driving.
Yeah.
And friendly, even though it's not like a smile or anything. It's just like being whatever, like you can go in front. Where in the US, it's like, no way. Do not go in front. You see that guy? He's going to cut me off. Oh, man.
Yeah.
You're honking, flashing.
You're trying to merge? You're trying to come out of that open driveway?
Yeah, open driveway. Nope. This is a busy road.
You have the right of way. You shouldn't have stopped at McDonald's.
Of course, those are things that I will never forget. But there are a few points that I did forget. Let's take this first video, for example.
All right.
So I wanted to do this too. But we have... Oh yeah, we have green. Green can go straight and we can turn first. Before they turn,
You get arrows, green arrows to turn first.
Right, yeah.
In Japan, green arrows happen at the end of the light.
Yes.
Complete opposite. And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow. Which one's better? In the US, that's what I was used to, and I totally forgot that if you're at a light and you're in a lane that's gonna have to cross traffic or turn, then when it becomes green, everyone goes first. All those people that want to turn, go. There's a line of cars. And then once that's finished, then the cars can just travel on their own, like a straight through the intersection. Right. And in Japan, you have to wait till the very end. And then usually the caterpillar effect happens where people will just keep on going after the green light has turned to yellow, then to red.
Yes. Yeah.
People just keep it going where you can't, I feel, do that in North America.
And the thing that is interesting, because I have this experience every day, basically waiting for the green light, advance arrow to turn left.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, wasn't it last before? Because I was driving in Japan for so long.
Yeah.
I'm like, wasn't it at the end before? Why is it always in the beginning?
Yeah.
But at the same time, depends on the place. It's like you go first, so that clears up a lot of the left lane. A lot of the times you can still turn when it's safe because there's no sign that says left turn only.
Yes.
A signal. It's just open. So after it clears, you can still drive with the traffic and turn left, which I find is good. If it was at the end, then you'd have to wait until
all the way to the end. Yeah,
the very end, just try and blaze through the traffic light.
Well,
so that's not a good thing.
On Japan's defense, it is still you're still allowed to make the turn. If it's like you said, if you see it's safe, there's no cars coming, then you still can make the turn. But you just have a specific green for you to turn, where everyone else is stopped and you're allowed now. This is just for people to turn to actually go. So be ready if you're driving out there to go right when the light changes. You got to turn first. All right,
get out that cell phone.
Let's check out the next one. Yeah, don't think you have time to wait till the end.
Yeah,
let's check out this next one. So I'm not allowed to turn because this is red. And I bring this video up because there is a specific sign that says don't turn on red. That means when there is no sign that says you have to stop here on red, you cannot turn on red, Well, you think, normal people are thinking, well, red means stop. So, of course, you shouldn't go anywhere when it's red. But no, you are allowed to make a right turn. So in this case, remember, everyone, we're driving in the U.S. If it was Japan, it'd be, you're allowed to take a left turn.
Yeah.
If there's no cars coming, it's red. You see it's red for you. But if you look and you see no traffic coming either way, then you can go. But if there's a sign that says don't go, then you're not allowed to go. Now, this one had me a few times because I would stop. And I'm like, I want to make a right. But I'm in the front and there's a red light. And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of feel like I shouldn't go. And I'm checking and I'm looking. And again, everyone, this is something I was used to when I was living in the US. But being in Japan for so long, I was like, I don't think I should go. So what I did was, even though I wanted to turn right, I didn't want anyone to honk at me, so I wouldn't put my blinker on while I was waiting until I got a green light. Then I would put the blinker on, and then I would go. Because I'm sure if I had the blinker on and I was stopped, people would be like, go
on. That's one rule that I really think Japan should have, to turn on red. Because it just feels like it's better for time and better for traffic too.
At the same time, though, that adds this idea in Western minds, maybe North American minds, that you can look down the street and if you want to cross and you see that there's nobody there, then you can do so. So that's why, everyone, you see Americans and Canadians when they are at a crosswalk in Tokyo, and they look, they're like, no one's here. I should be able to go.
Yeah,
even safe. If it's red, there's no sign that says don't walk, even when it's red, because we have stuff like this. So from now on, we're going to be focusing on the parking in North America. Let's check out this video. In North America, for the most part, probably 95% of the people will park in a parking spot head first.
Yes.
And in Japan, complete opposite. Again, everyone. Opposite. Now, I don't know where that started and how that started. Why is that a thing?
I'm going to say this. I have 2 cars right now. One is 2 times the size of the other. And I'm going to say that in Japan, the space between the parkings is narrow, where here the parking space is a lot wider. So people have more confidence to pull out. Like you could basically go straight back and not hit the cars behind you, and your car will be completely out of the parking. Whereas in Japan, I feel like if you go straight back, a lot of the times the front of the car is still in the parking spot.
I got a video for that. Here we go.
You do.
Spots have so much space to walk in between. We have so much space. We can just open the door.
Yeah.
Fully.
Look at that space.
Fully door open. It's cool.
Yes.
We got space to get out.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
The average, like, I wonder, we should have gone see square foot by square foot, how many cars can be parked in a Japanese parking lot compared to a US, North American one. And I believe there are going to be a lot more cars able to park in a Japanese parking lot. All the spaces are a lot tinier, and that's why we see huge cars in the US, big people as well, because there's so many times that I've parked in Japan where I'm like, I'm barely getting out. And I consider myself fairly skinny.
To go sideways.
Yes.
Stick your hand up, stick the leg.
And I'm like, this is not accessible for all types of body figures. And another kind of interesting thing I've noticed a lot more sliding doors in Japan than in the US. For vans and stuff, different types of cars. Yeah. There's a lot of sliding, opening doors because it makes sense because you have not much space to open up your door in a parking spot. Okay. Here's the last video I have of parking that I thought was interesting. The meters. Instructions. All right. Oh, how many keys are that? What is that about? The whole friggin' alphabet is on there. So these things were very interesting because, I think a lot of the times in Japan, there is a gate that you have to pay at, or where you get a ticket or something when you go in. But in the US, the one that I've seen a lot more common, the one I experienced was you drive in, there's no gate or anything holding you back, and there's no ticket that you receive. You just go and you park. And then for me, what I did was I parked, got everything out, and we were going into the mall. And then I was like, there's this machine. And I'm like, wait, what does that say? It says pay before. All payments, it seemed like, from what I understand, all payments for when you're parking somewhere, you have to pay up front before on how long you're going to stay.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, that is such a dumb system, because what happens if I say I want to be here shopping for 1 hour, but hey, it took extra time. I was having fun. I'm actually going to stay here for 2-3 hours, but I only paid for 1 hour. Oh, well, you might get a ticket because you have to go back and you have to put more money in and pay for the rest of the time that you will be there.
Right.
I'm like, that is such a pain in the butt. You kidding me?
It's like honor system, scare tactic, fear system, because you don't know when the person who does the ticketing comes, right?
Yeah.
So you can take a chance and not pay this.
Where for me, it just makes complete sense. Where it's like, maybe in Japan, parking is more expensive for whatever 30 minutes, depending on where you are. But I guess it kind of makes sense. It tells you up front, hey, if you're going to plan to be here long, this is how much it's going to cost you.
Right.
So when you leave, that's when you'll pay. And that's when you'll see, oh, you were here for like 2 hours. It's Sanzan. Like, oh, man. Depending on where you park, if you're not parked near one of these meters or the entrance of the mall, and then you get there and you're like, wait, I have to put in my license plate number or whatever number that you parked at. I don't remember what that was. Now I have to go all the way back there that way. And this happened like 3 times or something where I was like, oh no, I have to walk all the way back, take a picture with my phone or whatever to remember, walk all the way, put it in, and I'm just like, Jesus, that was such a waste of time. I felt like, and it's just how it is.
Yeah.
That's the system.
People are used to it.
And I guess there's a few things that are like a little better. Like there's like some app that you can sign up for to do it, and then you can also like pay through your app. So if you're shopping and you're like, oh, I want to be here longer, then you could, I guess, easily do that on your app. Let us know what you guys thought of this video. This is just a few of the things that I found that were interesting and different on my travels back to the US, that kind of, reverse culture shock. Subscribe to our channel if you want to improve your listening through our natural English conversations.
We'll see you
on the next
step.
Yeah.